Should be some good stuff here, Danny. What do you think? And both these teams 3-0 their opponents in their semis.
Yeah, this is gonna be basically on. Usually, you would say Alex obviously is playing better right now. But if Kenny, the team of Kenny and Ben, can neutralize the partner of Alex, I'm not saying that Alex's partner is bad, but they're gonna have to neutralize him to be combined higher, if that makes sense.
Yeah, basically what you were trying to say, and I wholeheartedly agree, is the pairing of Super Darts seems like it just has more of the higher gear available just from what we've seen so far from the amateur players here, and that's going to be the X factor. We know Kenny can keep up with Alex. We know Alex can keep up with Kenny. It's going to be a question of what does Ben and Shane do in this scenario.
Yeah, and even though Kenny and Ben are in the lead here, I think that they win this set. Actually, I think that they win the match, only because as a team they have a higher ceiling, and it will come out. Their A and B game is going to be higher than the team of Alex and Shane's A and B game.
And I'll actually go ahead and take the inverse on that one. And the only reason saying is that while Kenny's just had that inconsistency that we don't typically see, and if that rears its head here, Alex is not going to let him get away with it.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I'll let Kenny know what you just said.
You can tell him. He'll say, all right. That's about yeah, he would go. That's exactly what he would do.
Yeah, and he's throwing a 6-5, and Alex is just basically gonna, say, you know what, let me just go ahead and put in this 9 mark, save face here.
Yeah.
You hit it?
That. You got one.
Let's go.
You finally got one. And it does help fix the stat sheet a little bit here, but he knows that that's not really super impactful because of the position they're in. When you're down 4 numbers, you should lose 95% of the time almost.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Ben just doing what he's supposed to do. He shuts down the 16, gets the point, and puts the pressure back on Shane. Shane's going to need about 7 or 9 here. Yeah, it only gets 4. Kenny's going to go straight after 15. Don't mess around too much. Sometimes he'll go bull first, but against Alex he won't.
Yeah, I don't expect him to utilize the bull until after the 15s.
Oh, does it go double? Oh, he stayed on the triple, and this could get a little interesting here, because if Alex can put one of those patented 7 or 9 marks in, it's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, he needs 6 on the 15s and 1 close. Still might go for the 1 close. No, he stays. Now, if his partner gets an opportunity to get a more solidified point lead, then he's going to tell his partner, hey, hit that single 19 for me. Give me an opportunity to potentially come up with a full close here.
For sure. If I were Ben, I'm closing a 15 first and then pointing, just because no matter what, Kenny's going to have a free bed there. Yeah, nice last shot. And depending on what Shane does here, I think Kenny might go straight to the bullseye if Shane only hits 2.
Yeah, Shane's just forced to stay on the bull here because, let's be honest, you expect Kenny to be able to regain that point lead for sure in the next visit.
Yeah, he's. I don't think Kenny goes points here. I think he goes all bullseye because he needs 4, but 3 basically wins the game as well, with his partner only needing 2 singles.
And that's the power position of having 4 numbers.
It is, and that's the power of 4 bullseyes.
You ain't a woofin'.
5-1-8 combine of a 9-5-1 to the 8-3-3. So that's the B game combo of Kenny and Ben. So as we've seen it there, that combo is going to be a little better than Alex and Shane. So
you can see Alex is not going to start as cold as he did in the previous leg here. The question is, how hot will it be? And only a 4 is still not quite to the standard of which I would typically expect from him. You expect him to always open with 5 or more.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. And there's a lot of I feel like Alex knows that he's got to throw that A gear against Kenny. And there's that 2 mark. There's the the laid back 2 mark that we usually don't see, but he's had a lot of those here lately.
Well, now we've seen in this match so far, 1 from Alex, 1 from Kenny. Maybe just the going second curse in this Pro-Am bracket.
you see that shot by Shane. If he's going to take a shot at the 19s, just do it on the first dart. Don't wait till the last dart because now you're forcing yourself to hit the triple 19. Do it on the first dart, second dart, and just getting a close there would have been great, you know. And Alex knows that, and Alex knows he's going to have to take a shot at the 19 if he goes triple here or even triple single.
Triple is found.
He's staying there.
I think he just liked the position of those first two darts. It basically felt like it was a free cash in on the trip for the last dart, but I don't know. I would have probably preferred to close on the last.
Yeah, maybe. But if I'm Kenny here, if I hit one triple 19, I'm shooting the 20.
First one's well low for him.
Both of them.
Yeah, well off the margins for where you would expect. And we say that in the sense of like when we're analyzing Kenny, I truly do. People define pro very differently. I consider Kenny a pro. He's played at the highest level of the game for a very long time, or near the highest level of the game, is at least on the soft tip side of things. So when he's off by more than 3 or 4 holes, you kind of imagine, okay, something's up.
Yeah, I totally agree. And this strategy here is where it gets it comes into play, right? So Ben, with Alex behind you, he's not going to come off the 19, right? Kenny, with Shane behind you, you want to put the pressure on him. Alex doesn't really see pressure. He's going to go up to the 20. Even if he hits a triple, I see him staying there. Oh, he pushed that one.
Yeah, not really a clean turn there. It does collect on the last, but no real damage because that one mark on the 19 is effectively not worth very much. It doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, this is where I think you have to put the pressure on Shane. I think you have to take the shot at the 20 here at some point.
Not having that first dart go his way.
And just staying on the 19.
There's a little bit of the mentality of you're the A player, you have to dictate the game for your partner and yourself, right? You have to take these swings. But the problem is Kenny's just first 2 darts are not going in a position where he's getting that opportunity to dictate the way he would like to.
Yeah, that's correct. And it can get frustrating because you're just going up there saying, man, just hit one triple with the first 2 darts and take your shot. And when you don't do it and you let Alex control the game, and Alex is only throwing a 5-0, right? But
only a 5-0.
Yeah, exactly for Alex. But the patented 9 mark is coming at some point, right? And that's when he just runs away with it.
And he's done particularly well when left on these open boards, right, where the other team failed to close the number and he's been able to attack. That's actually probably the biggest let-off we've seen from him, and it's still massive. Because now you're 2 numbers up. You're in great position, 76-point difference here. A lot of things going in the way of the Jackal.
17. Kenny loves this number. Fills it up. 9 mark for Kenny Doyle. Puts us back even, basically.
It does help bring it back in place, and now put some pressure on Shane and Ben here because their shots are very impactful. These turns are going to be pretty consequential one way or another. Shane there with only 2. Huge. What would you tell Ben to do?
Throw your first dart at the triple 20. I would try to shut it down. Shut the 20, shut the 18 down. He's going to take a shot here. Oh, and he just dropped it. I don't mind that. But you're back at square one, battling 20s and 17s now instead of 20s and 19s.
Yeah, I think Ben took the shot that I probably would have advised there, just getting the guaranteed close, basically saving a dart in hand. But you're absolutely right. The 20 was the more beneficial close if they would have gotten instead.
Yeah, Alex wasn't. He was shocked by that. He thought he was definitely getting 7 there. So, again, another opportunity for Kenny to go at some point at the 20, but he's always hit the single.
Yeah, he needed to find the 8 mark here, right? 2 trips to get the point lead. I take the swing. He does take the swing there.
Yeah, I felt like that should have happened a little earlier. If it does, maybe he only needs 1 there. But and that's nerves. That's holding on to the dart. The moment is big.
It is. He did get the job done there. I mean, now we're looking. It's 29 points. So if you get a trip at any point, I still think you take the look. I have to take the look now. Does find it 1 and 8 mark.
huge 8 mark. Yeah, that's huge for multiple reasons because even if Alex goes 9 mark here and goes 565, Kenny's going to have a chance to go bull and shut the 15 down.
And also the 7 mark is not nearly as impactful because Alex does get the close there, but now it's going to be a lead. Kenny Doyle needs 3 bulls and a trip 15.
Yeah, you know, he's going to go 15 here. He might even go bull first just because that's what he likes to do. There it is.
If it was singles, yes, but you can't go bull first with the Pro-Am combo, I think. Look at that, Kenny Doyle. They snuck that leg in there. 2-0. And Alex Spellman looking a little frustrated with himself. He knows that he has more to give there. You can see him give himself a full-on pep talk.
Yeah, he is. He looked at his average. He's basically saying, "Are you kidding me? I shot a 4.6. Like, what are you doing? I could do that in my sleep." I don't know if he said that or not, but
something along those lines. It was reminds me of at TOC this last year when you and I played a game where you did your 2 darts to my 3, and you still shot, I believe, a 5 going into the bulls.
Yes, in which I did win that.
Of course he did.
Early opportunity. Oh, and he can't take a shot. And again, he's thinking the same thing. Like, just hit a first dart triple or a second dart triple so you can take the shot at the 20. So
I'm curious why Kenny's darts are dropping, though. He's normally pretty good about keeping them true. He's dropping on his bulls and his 19s a little bit more than you would typically see.
Yeah, I don't know. He did that at League the other night as well. So I don't know if it's just a tired thing or what the case is, but
in either case, when he does snap out of it, he snaps out of it pretty good. As his business partner Andy Yeagley keeps reminding us that Kenny's 100 years old.
Yeah. Still throwing 6s.
True dat. Alex Spellman did not get that last start to go into the 20, but again, bare minimum on that turn was to get the close in the 19s.
Yeah, and I think Kenny's looking at the board again, saying, "Look, man, if you hit a trip 17 or at least hit 4 here, take your shot at the 20." Nope, stay in there. Why would he?
I mean, he got the point lead by staying, right?
Yeah, and it's because I said he was going to do something different.
Yeah. Well, listen, nobody here should be listening to Danny Baggish. Majority of our viewers are listening on mute.
I don't disagree. that might be the case.
That might very well be the case. Except for Ryan Westover. We know he was listening.
Taking the shot. No, and he doesn't take the shot. Listen, that's a bit interesting there. As you see him take the shot a lot of the time.
There's 2 mentalities you can have: is Spellman's behind me, I need to get the points ahead, or Spellman's behind me, I need to make sure he can't point on those 20s. And I would have preferred the Spellman's coming up, and I don't want him to point on the 20s.
Agreed. But Kenny again is going to get to a point where he's going to take the shot. We just don't know when that's going to be. Whenever Kenny feels like it. All of them low.
And then corrects on that last start, puts a little bit more gas in it. Shane has an opportunity here. Stay in that 20 until you trip. No reason to jeopardize giving up the 20s here.
Oh. Yeah. That's gonna be a game changer there. Only 1 bull down. Does he take his shot? Yeah, he should. He does, and there it is.
Ben has kind of bailed out Kenny 2 different times on that, right? The 8 mark in the previous leg is what flipped the script, right? The tail end on the 16s to 20s, right there, 17s to 20s. Good stuff from the AM.
Five 18s there, just not enough. 4-6 last leg, 4-5 this leg for Alex, and that's just not going to beat the team of Kenny and Ben.
Look at that max focus from Kenny right here, finding a 9 mark at the right time, and wow, I was not going to ever predict this to be a 3-0.
I didn't think it was going to be 3-0 either. I felt like this was going to go at least 4, maybe even 5 legs. But like we said before, it's tough to play a team like Kenny and Ben. They're playing well together. They're combined averaging over 10 consistently, and it's going to win a lot of matches.
And now, massive advantage into the Bulls. Not much Spellman can do except say, all right, time to start clawing back from the other side of the bracket.
Yep, and the good news is he just has to win one match, right? Win one match, and then you are back in the finals.
And remember, the Pro-Am event, if you're the pro player, you're thinking, this is my bonus event, right? Yeah, this is the, hey, pros have something to do on Saturday type of mentality.
Agreed. There it is. Kenny, Doyle, and Ben moving on to the finals.